Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here with Nancy Novogrod, who you may know. She was for 21 years editor-in-chief at Travel+Leisure, but now she has a new venture, Culturati Travel Design, and we're going to talk about all about that and more on Insider Travel Report. I think the two buzzwords in luxury high-end travel today are personalization and experiential.
Yes.
And it sounds like you're trying to deliver both with this company.
Yes, and the groups are intentionally small, and I'm appealing to like-minded travelers who are interested in arts and culture, and I'm offering very rich and meaningful and memorable experiences.
Now, right after you left T&L, you did start another company, and then I guess that one it wasn't exactly what you wanted. How did that help you develop this company?
Well, I had never been really working on the, if you want to call it, the vendor side. I had never been involved except, in passing when we created itineraries, but in designing trips. And that's what we did at Essentialist, and I learned a lot there. I did want to be on my own, and I wasn't, but I think they continue, and, I think that they do a really good job with what they do. It's
well, you see, there goes. I didn't even know it was still around without your name. I didn't know, but that's
they continue, and most of the center of the operations is in Spain, in Mallorca, with some satellite here.
Okay, so now you have Culturati Travel Design, and I'm in good luck with that. How are the bookings so far looking?
Well, they're great. I mean, it's funny that Japan and India, which are far out, are, really doing well. They're the big trips. And I think that I'm learning as we go. It looks like Paris is going to be fabulous. Tuscany is just getting out there. I mean, we're just starting up, so things are coming to market now. And but just the mention of certain destinations has fueled interest, where I have people saying, "Count me in."
Yeah.
And I think I think that they want help. People are more inclined to take help, to ask for help with certain destinations.
Well, India and China, I think, and to some extent Japan. Japan is a destination for me. I haven't gone enough, and I do think people need help in those ones. I mean, and Paris, to be honest with you, to see it through your eyes would be a whole different experience, I think.
Well, Paris is going to be a very, very special trip, and next year we're going to, in 2020, I have a trip to Portugal that is
which is hot
designed. That is so fantastic, and I can't wait to get it out there.
Yeah, well, Portugal right now is one of the hot destinations, and I was over at the International Luxury Travel Market this year, and there were so many different Portuguese hotels over there that wanted me to come. I could stay in Portugal almost 2 weeks without going to the same property.
Well, this will go to the north, to Porto, and to Lisbon, and to the Alentejo. So it covers a lot of ground, and it's very art and food focused, and I think will be fantastic. But I have, for me, as a longtime editor who sometimes sat at my desk but dreamed about being in the places I was reading stories about, approving ideas for, editing, looking at the visuals for, this is a way to travel without traveling. What I'm doing allows me to take a deep dive into the destination even before the trip begins, and I love that.
Well, and you and I have a similar thing. I was sitting there reading all these great stories, all my reporters sat back and editing them, and then once in a while, I'm dreaming about once in a while I would get out in the market, but now it's a different world now with the internet and everything else. You can really edit from anywhere, so I literally take advantage of that by experiencing these destinations myself.
Well, I am a big traveler, so.
Well, I know you always were. You always were. But yeah, I couldn't let you go without maybe a little comment on what's going on. I mean, we've seen a lot of sort of turmoil and a lot of changes in the consumer travel magazine space recently for travel.
Yeah.
Why is this happening now, and where are consumer travel magazines heading, do you think?
Well, we have all read so much and continue to read about disruption, online being a powerful force. And I think that people have doing it themselves too. They like researching and going where they want to go. But I believe, as I've always believed in the importance of travel advisors, I believe in the importance of good publications. And there's a shakedown. Look at what's happening in the world of media and magazine publications, where you have certain brands just not being able to maintain themselves.
Or to adapt to the new climate.
Or adapt, or, offer something that is really special. But it's like, a number of years ago, people were bemoaning the death of travel agents. Right. And they didn't die. No. That in fact there was a bit of the shakedown, but the best ones survive, and that's what's happening now. It's
in travel magazines.
It's survival of the fittest.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I know you and I both love magazines. We all grew up with them, and it's sort of I don't do magazines anymore, but I do miss them, and it is but I still believe if you have the right magazine at the right place at the right time, it's still going to work.
I completely agree, and staying connected and staying vital if you are on the editorial side of a travel magazine is key. Yeah. And it's a complicated job editing a travel magazine, because there is the travel world that you are part of. There are advertisers who want to be covered. There's your own point of view. There's the need of your publisher, and you've got to balance it all, and can't give in. In the end, come back to your own vision. Absolutely. Well, first of all, welcome to the world of travel advisors. I think you're going to be a great one, and someone who really is going to be a Pied Piper, to use the old term, who people want to travel with because of the experiences you can offer. You. And good luck with Culturati Travel Design. We'll be looking to see how these trips work, and we'll talk later, hopefully, about how some of them worked as you rolled them out in 2019. Thank you, James. Fun talking with you. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.